Guys, we have a big breaking news coming out. Nationwide flight delays as shutdown impact air traffic controllers. These are very important updates coming out right now. This gov shutdown is not only affecting 42 million Americans, EBT SNAP, is also affecting federal workers. So give me a second here, guys. Let me just pull up this information really quick. Do me a favor, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thank you again for your support. The Federal Aviation Administration issued a ground stop advisory on Sunday, today, November the 2nd, as disruption intensified across major U.S. airports amid a government shutdown now in its 33rd day. All right, guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. It says here the Federal Aviation Administration cited staffing shortages as the direct cause of the disruption, noting a medium probability that delays would extend beyond initial timeframes. A spokesperson for the U.S. Department of Transportation told Newsweek on Friday, as Secretary Duffy has said, there have been increased staffing shortages across the system. When that happens, the FAA slows traffic into some airports to ensure safe operation. It's very sad. I mean, they want to work. People want to work, but if they're not getting paid, I mean, they have to go get another job because they have bills to pay. The holidays around the corner, Christmas around the corner, and it's really tough for everyone. The gov shutdown has forced 13,000 air traffic controllers and 50,000 Transportation Security Administration officers to work without pay, sparking staffing shortages in multiple airports. Excuse me, guys. Sparking staffing shortages at multiple airports, including the major hubs of Orlando, Florida, Dallas, Fort Worth, and Washington, D.C. It says here ground stops are among the most severe traffic management tools available, implemented only when system capacity is fundamentally compromised. The FAA's official documentation of 832 total minutes of delays across multiple facilities, combined with a medium probability of extension, signals that aviation officials anticipate disruptions may worsen rather than improve. The ripple effects extend beyond individual passengers to encompass the broader economy, affecting tourism, business, travel, and industries dependent on the air freight and passenger mobility. It's going to be a really, really tough holiday. A lot of people want to travel too, due to Thanksgiving. So you're going to have some flight delays possibly. I mean, it's happening right now, flight delays. So holiday season is not going to look good. It says here, and by the way, guys, I'm hearing that they're going to start releasing the funds for the EBT possibly this coming Tuesday or Wednesday. If that's the case, well, it's pretty messed up because it seems like the left was holding it until the election is over. This Tuesday is the election, and I do believe New York will have their first Muslim mayor. That's all I gotta say. Newark Liberty International Airport in New Jersey experienced delays ranging from 2 to 3 hours, with the FAA documenting maximum individual flight delays of 75 minutes and an average delay of 38 minutes across affected facility. Hours later, the FAA expanded traffic management restrictions to Los Angeles International Airport, implementing a ground delay program after LAX and surrounding Southern California airspace. Now, the program documented maximum delays of 121 minutes and average delays of 61 minutes, with the FAA noting that delays could extend an additional 30 minutes beyond initial estimates. Dozens of additional flights faced delays and cancellation at major hubs, including Dallas Fort Worth International Airport, Chicago O'Hare, George Bush Intercontinental in Houston, and airports in San Francisco, Los Angeles, Denver, and Miami, according to flight tracking service Flight Aware. I guess this is all happening today, but there is also New Jersey. You got LaGuardia too, JF Kennedy, Newark International Airport. There's been a lot of them happening. It's mostly seems like it's mostly the left Democrat states. New York City Emergency Management Office issued a public alert warning travelers to expect schedule changes, gate holds, and potential missed connections, using passengers to check flight status before heading to airports and prepare for longer waits. The crisis stems from unprecedented staffing shortages, compounded by the shutdown, operating within a system already managing a critical pre-shutdown shortage of approximately 3,000 controllers. It says here controllers face an untenable situation, reporting to work without compensation or making difficult decisions regarding their families' financial needs. The FAA's traffic management protocol requires slowdowns and ground stops when staffing falls below operational minimums, a measure designed to prioritize safety, but one that directly causes passengers delays. The disruption affect multiple departure facilities beyond Newark itself, including facilities serving the broader Northeast and Canadian airspace, demonstrating how regional shortages create cascading effect across national air traffic system. I've been there. Oh, I've been there. Again, when it comes to delay, I remember going to South America. I was there for like 2 weeks, and coming back, I had to make 2 stops from Ecuador to Miami, Miami to New Jersey. All right, so we stopped in Miami, and it was canceled, the flight, due to a massive snowstorm in New Jersey and New York. And of course, I had to end up just like them. For 2 days, I had to stay in Miami airport. 2 days. The hotel were so expensive. It's not even worth it. All right, so, but it's been there. Those delays are brutal. It says here, so what people are saying. The U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean said on CBS News, Face the Nation with Margaret, on Sunday, we work overtime to make sure the system is safe, and we will slow traffic down. You'll see delays. We'll have flights canceled to make sure the system is safe. New York City Emergency Management Office wrote on X on Sunday, Newark Airport is under a ground delay program today because of staffing shortages in a control tower. Arrivals are being limited to as few as 20 planes per hour through this afternoon, with higher rates later tonight. The average delay is about 2 hours, and some flights are more than 3 hours late. The FAA planning notes show a possibility of a full ground stop later if staffing shortages or demand increases. It added, this will affect travel both into and out of New York City area. Flights headed to Newark may be held on the ground on their origin airport, and departures from Newark may be delayed because gates stay occupied when arrivals are backed up. Delays at EWR often spread to JFK and LaGuardia, so travelers flying to, from, or through New York City should expect schedule changes, gate holds, and missed connection. Anyone flying today should check flight status before heading to the airport and expect longer waits. So you have the vice president said at the White House on Thursday, every single person I talk to a word, they're worried about the delays. Reach a point where it makes it very, very hard for American people to fly. Now, Newsweek is putting out these statistics. Supposedly, a great majority of Americans blame the shutdown on the U.S. president. And people need to understand who's the one that shut it down 13 times. Who's the one that shut it down 13 times? And the reason why people point the finger at the president, because, they always say, well, he's the president. He could stop all this. No, he can't. He is the president, but he doesn't have the power like that to control a lot of stuff. But, again, people blame the president because it's the president. They point fingers. I mean, not point fingers. They just blame the president. It says here, National Air Traffic Controller Association. The U.S. Commander Nick Daniels, in a press release on October 28, said, NATCA shares in Secretary Duffy's vision to supercharge controller hiring with the best and brightest candidate, and also fully funding the modernization and infrastructure's efforts to transform the system into the NAS of the future. The sooner the shutdown ends, the sooner we can all get back to working together to advance these shared goals. In the meantime, controllers will continue to show up to ensure this country's passengers and cargo arrive safely at their destination. So what happens next? Well, Congress remains at a standstill over funding, meaning wages for federal workers remain on hold, as do vital services, and 42 million Americans haven't received their benefits yet. And someone shut down the gov for the 13th time. 13th time. 13th time. You guys know who that person is. But again, a great number of people is blaming Donald. Now, again, when bad things happen in the world, a lot of people, again, go through tough time in life. Financial, people lose their job. I mean, a lot of bad stuff happened to people, and the first thing people blame is God. I'm not saying Donald is God, but again, it's always like that, when it comes to top leadership, and since Donald is the commander, a lot of people just point finger at the Donald. But it's not only Donald. You have all these political people. You got the Senate, the House, the right, the left. Everybody's involved in this gov shutdown. It's not just one person. But it seems like it's more towards the left. He keeps shutting it down. And so when bad things happen, they point the finger at Donald. He is the commander. He's the blame. All right, give me a second here, guys. And again, when bad things happen to us in life, again, we shouldn't be blaming God. We have free will. We make choice in life. When we make choice in life, sometimes it's good choice, sometimes it leads to the wrong path. And so it's us that made that decision. And so we have to, again, deal with the consequences. You can't point finger at God. And again, a lot of people just blame God for everything. It's crazy because no one blamed the devil. the devil has a lot to do with deceiving people. Anyway, guys, this is where we at right now. I will keep it updated when it comes to the Gulf shutdown. I will keep it updated when it comes to the flight delays and stuff like that. But this is where we at, and yeah, I will keep you updated with all this news. Thank you so much for watching. Do me a favor, share the video if you can. Share it on your YouTube channel. On the with you share the post, you can share it on that. If you have a Facebook or Twitter, you can share my video links. I really appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, later. Peace.